Hello everyone, myself Sabri and I welcome you to our channel Solution Bridge Network and one-stop solution for all your Power Platform tutorials. Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand how we are leveraging the Power Automate capabilities to populate a Word template based on an SharePoint list item and send an email to the concerned authorities as a PDF document. For this use case, I have created a simple SharePoint list, which I call it as incident tracker, and I have issues logged by issue description, priority status assigned to date reported and an attachment column. If you see here, you can notice that issue logged by and assigned to are person type fields and priority status are choice type columns and rest are the text fields and date fields. So the use case here is whenever a new issue is submitted here, we check the priority of the issue, and if the issue priority is either critical or high, we will be notifying the concerned authorities. So I'm just clicking on the priority, going to the column settings to show you the list of priorities what we have. So we have four different type of priorities: low, normal, high, or critical. So as a first step, we need to create a Word template which Power Automate uses to populate and sends an email. So I already opened a blank Word template where I've just given the company information. Now let's start creating the template. Let's complete the static column headers first. So I call it as notification for, I give a space where we call the priority incident, and I would like to put it in the center. So let's bold it, do an underline. Now let's start filling in our column names. First, I would like to get the issue date followed by requester and the issue state. Then I would like to get the issue summary and issue description. Finally, I would like to call the person who the issue is assigned to. Now we have a simple Word document which has the headers available from the SharePoint list. So let's start filling in the information. So to make this template, we need to use this developer option. Sometimes you may not be able to find the developer option. If you are not able to find it, you can do a right click here at the top and go to customize ribbon. And here in the customize ribbon, you might not see this is checked. So make sure you check this and click OK. So you will be able to find the developer option. In developer option, these are the properties which we're going to use. So first, I would like to call the priority here. So place the cursor where you want to have a dynamic content and make sure you insert a plain text. Once you place the plain text, select that and make sure to update its property by giving it proper title and a tag. I call this as priority. Copy the same and paste it in the tag column as well. Now let's come to the issue date. So I would like to enter a date picker here. So make sure you enter the title and the tag. So I call it as date, and you can select the format of the date here. I would like to use this format. Next is the requester. So we can use a simple text field. So again, go to the property. I call it as requester. Next is issue state. So we'll be repeating the same. Go to the properties. We call it as state. Copy paste it in the tag as well. Issue summary. In the properties, I call it as summary. And issue description. So change the property. I call it as DESCR. And finally, our assigned to. Here, property, we can say it as assigned to and paste it in the tag as well. Now we've completed our template. So first, let's save this template. Go to File, do a Save As. And I would like to save this in the desktop. I'll select the concerned place. select desktop, and I call this as issue tracker template. This should be of type Word document, so save it. This is saved. Now let's get back to the SharePoint site again, go to the documents area and have that document uploaded here. So upload files, browse the file from the desktop and then upload it here. The file is uploaded. Let's create a folder where we can store all the documents that are getting triggered to the users. So we call it as high and critical issues. Now it's time for us to create our Power Automate flow. Let's go to the Power Automate and start creating the flow. You already know that this should be an automated cloud flow. So let's create that and call it as issue template. We'll select when an item is created. So let's switch back to the old designer template. So fill in the site name as data site, and the list what we're going to use here is incident tracker. So as a first step, we need to make sure to check if that issue that is getting recorded is of priority critical or high. So let's have a condition, and in the condition we check the issue priority. So the priority value is equal to critical, or we will add in one more condition here with it or condition. So either the priority is critical or the priority value is high, then we add an action here to populate the word template. So let's click on add an action and look for a word connector. First we need to populate a Microsoft Word template, and then we should use the Word template to PDF. So first let's populate the Word template. Now we need to set the location where the template is already stored. So it is in our data site and in the document library called documents. And if you browse it, you will be able to find that template. You can see a template issue tracker template. Select that. Once you select, automatically system will list down all the fields which we have created in there. So first select the priority, and you can scroll down and set the priority value. Next is the requester. So is this issue logged by display name is assigned to. You can just scroll down and look for the same assigned to display name. What is the description? So you can tag the issue description, the state of the issue, so status, and finally the summary. Summary is nothing but the title. So the issue what we have created here is a title. So probably we have just tagged in the title. Once it is populated in the Word template, next step, we need to save this file in the SharePoint document library. So let's call the SharePoint connector and call the action create a file. So we have create file. So let's select the same site, the data site, and the folder what we are trying to create is in the shared documents, and we should use high or critical issues. So the file name what we can call is, we call the ID this extension, and the file content would be Microsoft Word document. Now it's time for us to convert this Word file to a PDF, and hence we use the same connector. So we call the Word connector which has the privilege to convert it from a Word to PDF. So select the Word connector and select the action convert Word document to PDF. So let's select the same location where the file is created. So it's data site, and we have only one document library in there that we call it as documents. And now here we need to make sure that we are doing it properly because we have subfolders and the file name should be dynamic. So make sure you select that folder and select an existing file in there so that we will be able to get the schema of the path. So just copy this. If you don't have a file already in there, you run this flow till this step, so you get a file created in there and you will be able to use it. So I copy here, delete it. So now it's time for us to pass in the file name dynamically. So go to expressions and call the concat connection. So it's concat, open bracket, within single quotes, paste what you have copied. So this should be again a dynamic. So remove that, put a comma, and you can call in the dynamic content. So that is the name of the file. So create a file section. You would just scroll down and look for the name and select it and click on OK. So the final action, what we're gonna do here is send an email. So I would like to call the Outlook connector. So I just say send, and you will be able to find an option send an email. Here you can mention the person who the ticket is assigned to. So call the dynamic content, and here you can just say assigned to email, and in the subject you can notify that the priority of the incident as well. So priority incident assigned. So I'll copy this, so we can mention it as dear user, high priority assigned incident. So let's go to the advanced option, and in the attachment section, let's call the dynamic content is the PDF document dynamic content, and we can see it as issueinfo.pdf. As we mentioned earlier, we have planned to send this email to the user by copying the manager. So let's add one more connector which gets the manager information. So let's add an action and use the Office 365 connector to get the manager details. So in the Office 365 users, you will have an action called get manager v2. Select that, and here you can pass in the assigned to users email so that it looks out for the manager details of the assigned user. So assigned to email, and directly you can come to send an email, call the manager email address here. So you can go to the dynamic content again and look out for the Office 365 output, which is mail. So we have done creating our flow. Let's save it and try testing. So let's go ahead and test. I would like to manually test it. So click test. So now we need to make sure that we are adding an issue to the SharePoint site. So let's go to the SharePoint site and go to our incident tracker SharePoint list and submit an issue. So I call the issue as blue screen of death error. So I copy this and I'll paste it here, blue screen of death error while restarting the PC. I set the priority as high, and I'll say that it is assigned to me, and the date reported might be today. Issue logged in by a user, so I'm picking a random user, and let's save this request. Now let's jump to the Power Automate flow to see if it is running. The flow have started, so we need to wait till it completes to check if it ran successfully. We got a notification that your flow ran successfully. Now let's jump to the email to see if there is a notification. Yes, we got an email which says high priority incident assigned. So let's open this PDF and put it on preview to view the information what is in there. So it says that notification for a high priority incident, it is requested by Sumit, BSOD error, and it is assigned to me. And if you notice, you can see that my manager is copied in this email. By this, we come to end of this video. If you have any questions or clarification, please post it in the comment section and we will be happy to help. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, hit the like button and press the bell icon for our new video alerts.